GeekZip cave in Huntington, West Virginia.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
Comic books, superheroes, sci-fi, music, wrestling.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
Welcome to the GeekZip podcast.
We are tonight's entertainment.
All right, it's GeekZip podcast. We're trying a little something new today. Christian is actually at his own house. Christian, are you there?
Yeah. I can't see you, though.
That's all right. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen, but it's just weird not being able to see you.
Well, you know, I'm sorry about that, but you decided not to come. We got a little bit of a snow. Here, I got to pause this movie. I'm watching Day of the Dead.
We did. We got a bit of snow.
Got a lot of snow, didn't we?
From nowhere.
I'm so tired of it. I really am tired of winter. I hate winter anyway, and it just seems like it goes up and down.
Endless winter.
Oh, look, I got a story from national news about Elden Ring. Me and Christian have been talking about this game because I'm playing it, and I suck so bad at it.
It's really popular, dude. You're not the only one talking about it. My brother just beat it.
Listen. Of course he did. He beats every game. It's ridiculous. Listen to this. Elden Ring is the game everyone is talking about, but it wasn't made for every player.
Yeah, they talk about people like, why is this game so hard? I've never played a software game before.
Dude, it is ridiculously hard. I mean, it's beautiful. It's fun. I like my character. The controls are good. I mean, but God, you just die. You're just one enemy and you're fucked. I mean, it is just a good game. Man. It reminds me of an old Nintendo game is what it reminds me of.
It'd be funny to watch you play and make fun of you when it makes you mad.
Oh my God. I mean, if you could have saw me last night because I was playing, I was not a happy camper. Anyway,
one time Wes was trying to beat a boss in that Fable game.
Yes.
And there was that girl that talked in a fake British accent, and she was trying to explain to him how to beat the boss. But she didn't know what she was talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's that random chick that came up to y'all's apartment that acted like she was British but wasn't.
Yeah. And she's telling Wes what he's doing wrong.
Oh, my, I can't even imagine. I mean, I can't even imagine.
I think I was already in bed by that time. I could just hear it in the other room.
Oh, my God, that's so funny.
Like, nobody likes being told what to do.
Especially
play a video game.
Especially in a fake British accent. You know? Oh man, we've met some characters, bro, over our years of hanging and people coming to our houses and apartments and shit. So we met a bunch of characters. We'll have to make that a show. That could be a whole show easily. All right, let's get into the news. Not a terribly busy week, but we did have some headlines. The first one, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. I mean, I guess it's the fact that I'm a smart wrestling fan, I guess, kind of, but Stone Cold.
What they call it, smart.
I'm a smark, yes. Stone Cold has accepted an invitation from Kevin Owens to appear, quote unquote, at WWE WrestleMania 38. Now, let's break that statement down.
What did KO say to him in his invitation? Was he like, I cordially invite you to the ring this Saturday
for a nice debate? I don't know if it says that in here. Yeah, I'll have to watch the clip. I haven't been watching WWE, really. Honestly, I really haven't.
It sounds more like Austin has accepted an invitation to beat down Kevin Owens.
That's correct. That's pretty much what he's saying. Not
necessarily a match or anything, just a can of whoop ass.
I mean, the guy has had so many surgeries, you know. I mean, he can't do a match. And he even, like, in his response, and they have some of his response quoted, he even says, like, you know, you can call it a match, you can call it a meet, they're covering it up, you know. They're covering up what's going to happen, and I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. I wish we had odds in Vegas because I'd be a millionaire. Kevin Owens is going to come to the ring, he's going to get fucking stunned, and that's going to be the end of the segment.
It'd be funny if Austin was like, and don't worry, we're not going to do any of that AJ Styles Undertaker cinematic
Oh, thank
movie
God.
match.
I hope not. I mean, my God, that's just. Oh, anyway, so
Sometimes that's what you do when you're too injured to wrestle.
Stone Cold is one of my favorite all-time wrestlers. I mean, he's on Mount Rushmore to me. And I always appreciated the fact that he never came back because he knew he couldn't. And wrestlers don't do that nowadays. They keep going. I mean, God's sakes, look at Sting. I mean,
some of them come back.
Sting took a bump off the damn scaffold a week ago through 3 tables. The guy's like almost pushing 70 years old. It's like, I don't care what kind of shape you're in, you know?
I mean, who knows how old those tables were? But still, you're right.
I mean, come on. At some point, you got to think about, your life. And I don't know. But anyway, that's the deal. Stone Cold.
Well, I'm sure nobody was forcing Sting to do it, though.
No, exactly. And that's the hilarious part is he probably wanted to fucking do it because these guys are crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, Stone Cold's going to be at WrestleMania. He's at every WrestleMania, so I don't know why that's a big headline. And he's going to get in the ring with Kevin Owens. They're going to exchange some words, and then Kevin Owens is going to get stunned. Austin's going to have a beer. Owens will probably get to his feet, and then Austin will throw him a beer. They'll do the cheers, and that'll be the segment. How much you want to bet?
Sounds about right. I'm not a big fan of Kevin Owens' stunner compared to Austin's.
I mean, that is a ballsy finishing move to pick up, because it's so iconic.
Yeah.
And so
it's hard to make it look good, I think.
We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see what kind of segment Stone Cold and Kevin Owens gives us, I hope. Christian, did you see this headline about Arnold?
I followed up on your links and saw it.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this is actually going to happen. And, I guess it is actually going to happen. Arnold Schwarzenegger is doing a sequel to Twins.
Well, I think we've heard about this years ago.
We did hear about it, but it was always a rumor. It was never, actually something that was going to be done. But now, I'm not sure how they're going to do it because Ivan Reitman passed away. He was supposed to do it. So, anyway, I don't know. Again, it's just sequel for sequel's sake, and I get it's just a check, and I'm sure Danny would be thrilled to kind of hit it again. Look at that picture. It was Ivan.
Yeah.
It was a great movie, a great story, but
fun comedy. But you're right. It's not like people were like, I wonder what happened to those guys. They need another movie.
Yeah, this is interesting. Did you see this? I guess there's a third brother.
I read that part.
Tracy Morgan is going to be the third brother. It was originally supposed to be Eddie Murphy.
It kind of looks like a combination of them in the picture there.
I tell you what,
I was like, are their ages the same? I don't understand.
Well, if they're twins, yeah, their ages would be the same. You idiot.
Well, their ages don't look the same in the picture.
Well, the magic of Hollywood. Maybe they'll deep fake Danny DeVito and Arnold or something. I don't know.
Maybe they are the same age.
It's hard to say. Well, Ivan Reitman is a big.
I want to see. I think Tracy Morgan is definitely younger than them.
Well, I think so. Yeah, I don't dispute that. That's crazy.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't dispute that. I'm saying that the idea of triplets or twins, they have the same birthday. So in the film, they would have to be the same age, right?
Unless it was like, an egg they kept on ice for a while or something. Who knows?
So
you said, it's Hollywood, baby.
It's turned into Aliens, where she's in hypersleep for 72 years and gets awoken.
Clone of them, dude.
Ivan Reitman, he made like the non-action movies that Arnold made in his career. That was Ivan Reitman. He did like Kindergarten Cop. He did Twins. Well, didn't he do Junior?
That's what it says right there. And Kindergarten Cop is a classic.
Oh, it says it right there. Okay, so I thought he might have done another one, but I guess that's it. But yeah, so those are 3 huge Arnold movies. I just don't know. That you think Jason could pick this up and run with it like he did with Ghostbusters? Do Do you think the fan base is there to do that, you think?
I'd like to believe that Danny DeVito and Arnold could help him.
You think?
I'd like to think that. Just, improvise their way through the thing.
Right.
The story.
All right, Christian. Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, mostly. I watched it again today.
What'd you think?
I mean, it looks like more Boba Fett.
I don't know. I think it looks a lot better than Boba Fett. I started playing the trailer.
I just meant it all looks the same. It's all Tatooine and all.
Well, yeah, but we see
more lightsabers.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi teaser trailer has dropped. We have that on our Facebook page if you want to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I think it looks great. Christian thinks it looks average.
Say it looked bad. I just said it looked like Boba Fett. More Boba Fett.
I definitely don't think it looks like Boba Fett.
Just used to seeing Tatooine.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's where a lot of this shit goes down.
Apparently.
You think we'll see Qui-Gon? You think that's in the? There's a lot of talk about that might be.
I don't know. You did hear the breathing though at the end of the trailer.
Did hear the breathing. Well, of course. I mean, I assume that's what it's building toward, since that's what everybody wanted with this show was the epic.
I thought Luke in the trailer was Anakin for a second. They did such a good job making him look like Jake Lloyd.
Yes, they did. I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, I was like, that can't be Anakin. He's burned. We saw the Inquisitor. What'd you think of that? That was cool.
Is that who that person is?
I think that's who that is. Yeah.
They were talking about how the Jedi code is like their weakness. How they have to adhere to the code
with the spinny lightsaber. Yeah, I think they call them Inquisitors. If I'm correct, I could be totally wrong. So you think the plot is like Vader sends these dark Sith to hunt down the Jedi? You think that's how it's going to?
Sounds like it's part of it. Hunting Jedi for sure.
But he's also keeping an eye on Luke, which is awesome. Definitely.
Well, that could be. He could be what brings the people to Tatooine.
Oh, that's a great point. I didn't think about that. That is a great point. Anyway, that starts streaming on Disney Plus May 25th. I guarantee I'll watch that one. Hopefully I can make it through that one longer than I made it through Boba Fett. Oh,
boring Fett.
Yeah, boring Fett. Well said. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I mean, I did not agree with the way they portrayed Boba. That was all. I didn't like that. And I guess I wasn't alone because there was a lot of stuff on the internet that was very similar to this.
Like you said, you expected him to be more ruthless.
I mean, again, it's just, everything I read from you remember the books you used to get? You used to get all those Star Wars books. I mean, in a lot of those.
Well, I think there was one book where Jabba gave him like Leia for the night and he didn't do anything with her.
Well, that's different. That's like, behind closed doors kind of thing. And it's like, I like that because it just adds to the mythos of that character, that's not really important to him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the public perception that he had that really bothered me. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I did not enjoy it at all.
It's like in the news show, if he would have been ruthless, but then nice in the closed doors.
Exactly. It's like, okay, he just shot this guy in the head, but then he takes what's her name, Michelle, what Hugh or whatever her name is, takes her in the back room and could have sex with her, but doesn't. I mean that's the kind of ruthlessness I'm expecting to see. So, but we didn't get to see that. So, you think Boba will show up in Obi? Well, I guess that's not the timeline, is it? I guess they wouldn't see each other. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, definitely, I think we're in for some surprises, stuff that we don't expect. You think Darth Maul be in it? You think we'll see Darth Maul, maybe? They supposedly meet up on Tatooine in the animated series, correct?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the timing is. Like, the timeline has gotten so thick.
Boy, ain't that the truth. Anyway, we'll have to wait till the 25th. And we'll check it out, and we'll get back to you. Hopefully you'll watch it. All right. Did you know that AMC was making an interview with the Vampire Show, Christian?
I think I had seen a headline about it, but I didn't really look too much into it.
The Anne Rice novels, I've been told, are really good. Now, I've never read any. Have you ever read any of the Anne Rice novels? No. I've
Just
never
seen the movie with Cruise and Pitt and the girl.
Kirsten Dunst.
And Antonio Banderas, right?
He is in it, yes. Antonio Banderas is in it as the vampire. I loved...
Is his name Armando Sante?
I don't think his last name's Asante, but I'm pretty sure his first name is Armand.
I think it is. I think it's
Isn't
Antonio
that
Banderas plays Armando Sante.
Isn't that actor? Isn't that like a real person? I'm pretty sure. If you IMDb that guy, I'm pretty sure he's a real actor. Anyway, so
he's a real vampire in the book too.
Oh my god. Armando Sante the vampire. Oh god. Anyway, I love the movie.
The movie was good.
Yeah, I love the movie. So, I mean, if it's anything like the movie, I would get really into it. It's interesting that it's a show.
As long as they don't turn it into one of those like teenage CW vampire series.
Oh yeah, if it was on the CW, I'd be like, well, this is going to be shit. But
I mean, I'm sure people would watch it, just not us.
Oh yeah, not me. No, not at all. But yeah, people would watch it. You're right about that. I guess it's going to be the story from Interview with the Vampire, the Louis and the Lestat and the Claudia story. 7-episode first season has been ordered.
Well, like you said, if it's a book series, they must have quite the amount of adventures.
I don't even know how many books she has. A lot. I know there's a lot of Anne Rice novels. Queen of the Damned, do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Remember watching that at the theater? God, she was hot in that movie. So hot in that
Jonathan
movie.
Davis of Korn helped do the music of it, maybe?
He was the singing voice of Lestat. Remember? Like when Lestat would be at a concert, it was Jonathan Davis' voice. Clear as day, by the way. I don't know if they were trying to hide that or not, but as soon as he started singing, I'm like, well, that's Jonathan Davis.
Yeah, so, like, man, I didn't know the guy from Korn looked like this.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, man, Stuart Townsend sounds exactly like Jonathan Davis of Korn. But anyway, I that was okay. It wasn't nearly as good as Interview, but, it was set.
Is that based on Anne Rice stuff, too?
Yeah, that's an Anne Rice book. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
That whole, the
that's
character.
You said it was Lestat's voice.
Lestat, yeah, because that's Lestat. And the idea is it's after the events of Interview with the Vampire, right? So
gotcha.
That's the deal with that. But like I said, I've never read any of her books. I've heard they're great from people who have read them, but they are long, and I hear there is a lot of slow parts.
I thought you were going to say sexy parts.
There probably is some sexy parts. Everybody likes sexy parts. So we got some unfortunate news a couple days ago.
Oh, this means it was moved back?
It was moved. Well, no.
Is it coming out sooner or later?
It's coming out sooner, but they had to push The Flash, Aquaman to 2023. So it's kind of good and bad because we're not going to get The Flash this year, which I was so looking forward to.
Yeah.
But we'll get Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and I don't know. I guess DC League of Super Pets is a priority for them to get out, so that's going to be the other one that they.
I think those other pet movies have made some money, dude.
Horse shit.
Enough for sequels, baby.
Well, I guess. I mean, it is. I guess it is about making money. So, anyway, so now let's see if they have a date for Shazam 2.
And I mean, you saw some of the voices in the Super Pets.
Yeah. It's funny. I had a guy, dear friend of mine, send me a message on Facebook that was like, "Did you hear that Keanu Reeves is going to be playing Batman?" And so I had to break his heart and be like, "Yeah, he's not Batman. He's the voice of Batman in an animated movie about their fucking pets. So just slow your roll there."
It could be like a Matrix Batman, dude, just shooting people,
just blowing people away. Yeah, I guess that's
sure.
That could happen. I'd get down on that.
I'm sure there's some Batmen like that somewhere out there.
Right. I guess Christmas time is when we're expecting to get Shazam. It's going to be the Christmas movie, and I know that the DC movie is April, maybe May. But yeah, it does suck that you got to push the Flash and Aquaman back. But if that means that they're making them better movies and they're going to be better, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
That's a good, acceptable answer.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you want to focus on these movies and give it more time between to focus on them rather than focus on them all at once and make them shit, I'm fine with that.
Hey, off subject, it looks like your Batman was making some money there.
Which Batman? What are you talking
Your
about?
Batman movie, it said it had like $238 million.
Oh, the Pattinson Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing well. I mean, we still got it on 3 screens. So we had it on 4 last weekend, and now we have it on 3. Your favorite anti-hero, Christian? Kraven the Hunter.
I don't care about him. He's a wimp. I was thinking about it, though. I was like, how does he go from killing animals to killing humans?
Oh, my God.
Like, he's like, well, that wasn't dangerous enough. I must hunt a man. There's nothing more dangerous to hunt than a man.
Well, the formula that he takes makes him kind of crazy, and it ends up that Spider-Man has to stop him. So it's not so much he sets out to hunt Spider-Man. Spider-Man kind of has to stop him, and then
interferes,
it becomes,
I guess,
interferes in my plans.
Because I was wondering about that too, like why he'd be like, well, I'm going to hunt Spider-Man and not like, a more animal-like villain or superhero.
I thought it was interesting that they've cast the Foreigner. Now, if you don't know who the Foreigner is,
he's in that band.
That the Foreigner is a band, yes. But Foreigner in the comics was like this really badass like assassin, and
nothing like the band. It sounds like.
Right. He ended up marrying Silver Sable, I think, or maybe Rogue.
I don't know.
Silver Sable. Okay, it says it right there. Silver Sable. He married Silver Sable.
What? Who's Silver Sable? Is that like
Silver Sable's like a female character that was think of S.H.I.E.L.D., but more of a SWAT team kind of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was in charge of God. What is the name of her little organization?
Sword.
I don't think it was Sword. It was something else. But anyway, maybe it was Sword. I don't know. But anyway, the Foreigner is pretty cool, and Christopher Abbott. I don't even know who the hell that is. Do you know who that guy is? Have you seen him somewhere?
Nope. Looks like Mark Ruffalo a little bit combined with John Barenthal.
Wow, that's really good. Well done. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. So anyway, so Kraven the Hunter is quickly getting ready to roll and is set to release January 13th of 2023. So that is pretty kick-ass.
They had Michael Biehn on Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
He was doing his best Dennis Hopper, it seemed like. Like
from Dennis Hopper from what? Like Waterworld Dennis Hopper, or?
Just most Dennis Hopper, just the warlord Dennis Hopper.
Okay, so we're talking about Waterworld Dennis Hopper.
Or that zombie movie one.
Zombie movie. Oh, yeah. What was that? Oh, my God. What was that? Something
Army of the Dead?
Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead. Yeah, Land of the Dead. That's what it was. He was like the corrupt businessman in the tower. God, it's so funny that I'm watching.
I noticed that and I was like, I got to tell Zip and Wes about Michael Biehn being on Walking Dead.
That's pretty badass. Of course, one of my most prized possessions is an autographed picture from Michael that I got at a Comic-Con a few years ago. Back when he was talking about the possibility of there being a direct Alien sequel, which would have been so great. Of all the bullshit they've come out with, I mean,
maybe something about more of a game or something.
Maybe. I got that.
I think some of the games have been.
That Alien Marine Elite team or whatever is kind of shitty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't
You got that one?
Yeah, I got that
Isn't
one.
it that's like kind of like a horde defense kind of game, right?
Similar, yeah. It's like they just keep coming. They come in waves, which, I'm not all about.
It might be fun.
Oh, yeah. With friends, with you and Wes, it'd be hilarious. It'd be fun as hell because, they just keep coming. And varying strengths and stuff like that. So, but it's not. And I play it by myself, and I'm like, I think I'll go back to Elden Ring.
Die some more.
Die some more from other things other than xenomorphs. But anyway, So that's pretty cool. Is that I mean, try the game. I always say try the game. I never say that people shouldn't try things because someone says it's bad or not. Anyway,
even if it's really, really bad, it's always good to try for yourself.
Exactly. I mean, it may not be bad to some people, and they may never play it because I said it was bad. I don't want that responsibility, damn it. Did you read this headline, Christian, about the Munsters?
Yeah.
So apparently it will not be a Rob Zombie film. It will be a PG fun film for the family, directed by Rob Zombie.
That sounds fine with me. I guess some people must have been expecting something like you said, Rob Zombie's typical stuff.
You're such a tool.
But like you said, it's an IP, dude. They wouldn't let him just go crazy with the monsters.
That's very true. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I really don't. But it's just when Rob goes down this road, Christian, there's no going back. He
usually gets mad, his hands get tied. And
exactly. It never works for him
because a good movie.
Right. And we saw this with Halloween, and it's like he has his own ideas about the way things are supposed to go, and he's not like a yes man director. He is, no, I'm going to do it this way or I'm going to fucking walk. But, maybe this is like, maybe he wants to do a more wholesome kind of toned down film. I mean, because that's all he's ever done is fucking crazy ass, insane.
Maybe he's got like some grandkids that are like, why can't you do something we can watch?
I don't think they have children. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I don't think so.
I didn't want to say children.
Well,
and be like, yeah, his children are grown adults. So
of course, Sherry Moon is Lily Munster. Of course, I expected that. Jeff Daniel Phillips, who I look at that name, I'm like, oh, Jeff Daniels is in it.
Yeah,
Jeff Daniels is in this.
Look up who that guy was the first time I saw that name.
I mean, you've seen him 1,000 times, but he's just one of those guys that always kind of blends into something. Daniel Roebuck is Grandpa Munster. I love Daniel. He's funny. And then, Sherry Moon. So, I don't know. I don't know about this one. This is, that's a hard sell, man. But I mean, when you think about a movie like The Munsters and trying to do a movie about it, I mean, I can't think of someone much better than Rob to kind of at least give it the setting. Maybe not perhaps the story or the dialogue that he's used to, but I think
Well, it'd also be kind of weird. Like, I mean, how the plot's going to be? Is it like them in modern times and everything?
Again, that's what we'll have to wait and see. I would assume
exactly. Wait and see.
I would assume that it would be modern times. I don't know why you try to do it.
But
in
I'm
the
just
60s.
saying, I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's like how Seinfeld and some things don't work as well in modern times.
I think Seinfeld works still to this day. Honest, everything about it. Dude, did you see this?
I know, but I mean what happens to them when it happened to us today? Because we have cell phones and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. So you're saying like the technology mixed and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, like a lot of the jokes. It's like
Did you see? did you see this badass new 40th anniversary Ash action figure that NECA's making? I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah, I didn't have your link at the time. I had to go searching for it on the internet.
Oh, okay.
First website I found didn't really have a good picture of it, so I had to find another website.
Dude, it looks really, really cool. I mean, I would not mind owning this figure. We're looking at it now on our computer. It comes in a box that looks like the Evil Dead VHS, number one.
So I guess it's not much bigger than a VHS.
It's probably about 6 to 7 inches, I would say. I mean, you've seen the figures that I have on my bookshelf. They're probably about that size. It has a picture of the contents of the package, and he has an axe. Let's see, what do you see, Christian? Axe. I see the boomstick.
I was looking at the bottom right, and I guess that's the tape.
That's the tape player that plays the Necronomicon text.
Yeah,
so
that's cool. That's cool.
Some alternate hands, of course, his chainsaw hand. He's got some alternate faces, I guess, to represent like Evil Dead to Evil Dead 2. Doesn't have a bloody face, which surprises me. I'd have to customize that if it was me. Trying to get this off. There we go. Maybe.
Whoa, zoomed in. Nice. Back to regular.
Where's the X button? I guess I can't. I can't escape.
On the tab.
I don't know. Anyway, that action figure. Let's see when it's going to drop. There is no release date.
It's funny. His headphone looks like my iPhone earbud that he's using to listen to. Seriously, dude, it's it doesn't even have a headphone jack on it, so I can't use regular.
Sam Raimi was ahead of his time, bro.
Bluetooth ones, the Bluetooth earbuds or whatever.
Sam Raimi was ahead of his time, bro. What can I tell you? But anyway, they don't have a release date for this yet, but they are, I think they said early 2022, maybe? Where did it say? It said that in the story somewhere. Oh, it was announced early 2022, so hopefully we'll have some release date information at a future show. You can head over to NECA's website, NECA, to stay up to date with it. But I thought that action figure was so cool that I thought we had to mention it.
Yeah. Cool. It's for 40 years, too.
40 years. Dude, I give you all the credit for introducing all of our group of friends to that film series. You were the one that started that. You need to own that.
I don't remember where I got it from. I think I remember just seeing the standee for the third one at the movie rental place and like, what that looks
I mean, it's one of those things where I always knew about, like there was this guy that had a chainsaw for a hand. That's what I remember. And it's like, but as a kid, obviously, and my parents and your parents, thinking about them both, probably were not fans of this film or this film series. So I never really saw him. And then like you brought home Evil Dead, which was hilarious, which we laughed at and loved instantly. And then Evil Dead 2, I think, is easily Mount Rushmore of horror movies, as far as watchability, for sure.
And then number 3 is not so much horror as much comedy.
Right. Number 3 I always set apart from the other two. So, I would love to see another one. I love the show. I wish they would have kept going with the show, but
it's crazy how long the show even went. I unplugged myself.
Uh-oh.
I unplugged myself for a second. I think I'm back.
Back in there, your mic's changed its sound.
Did it?
All right, there you go. Now you're back to normal.
Did it?
Did it?
There's that ad for that new HBO basketball show. I want to watch that. That's like about the Lakers.
Where are you looking? Oh.
I think it's got John C. Reilly in it.
Yeah, he's the coach, and I guess it's about Kareem, right? Is that who you see in the ad, or is it Magic?
I can't tell.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe both. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm not familiar with basketball like that.
I don't follow sports. Anyway,
but it looks like a funny kind of show, It doesn't look like it's all about
John
sports.
C. Reilly, come on. I mean, anything with him and it's going to be funny.
I don't know. I heard that Sherlock Holmes movie. I still have never seen it, but I've heard things about it.
I heard it was terrible.
That's what they say.
Is that what you heard?
I want to see it to see how terrible it is. It's like, how can it be that terrible?
God damn. I mean, I've heard bad
apparently
things.
It is. It's that terrible.
It's funny. We shared a headline about a possible. I'm going to jump off topic here real quick, but we shared a headline for a Dread sequel. Did you see me share that topic on the Facebook page, Christian?
I think so.
So I immediately started watching Dread. So I'm watching Dread in the background here while we're recording, and he just blew up that whole level. I love Dread. I really think they should have done a sequel. I mean, it was very comic accurate.
That latest movie was very
good. So good. It's like, why don't you...
they don't make a lot of cyberpunk dystopian futures like that.
Hell no, and they did it well, too. I mean, that's the thing. It was like very faithful to the comic.
Almost as good as Demolition Man.
I don't know about that. Demolition Man is a diamond of a film, let me tell you. I love Demolition Man. I don't know why I'm giving it hate. Like I wouldn't watch it any time. That's
they were
of
talking
course,
about-
that's one of those ones that when we were kids, that was like a huge blow. Remember how huge that thing? Taco Bell cups and all this shit. It's crazy. An interesting tidbit about Demolition Man, and we may have talked about this before. I can't remember, but for whatever reason, the product placement in Demolition Man changed from Taco Bell to Pizza Hut. Like, how they talked about Taco Bell and going to Taco Bell and all that stuff in the movie?
The fast food wars.
The fast food wars, right? Yeah. If you watch that movie now, like on streaming or if you buy it or anything like that, it's dubbed over. Anytime they say Taco Bell, it's dubbed over as Pizza Hut. I swear to God, it's crazy. When I saw it, I was like,
crazy, dude.
What the hell's going on here? I think it was on HBO Max.
All those people that died for Taco Bell just have their history written over like that, man. I mean, it's like real life, rewriting history.
I want a movie.
Crazy.
I want a movie on the fast food wars. Is what I want. I want to see what kind of death and destruction we were looking at with the fast food wars.
Probably mass poisonings, dude. Effing up the supply chain.
Poison my burrito.
Hey, I got McDonald's yesterday, but I had to go all the way into town because the one in Lavalette was closed for some reason.
Closed at what time?
8 o'clock, 7:30.
What the hell?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Their lights were off. It was
Wow,
disappointing, to say the least.
this Taco Bell in Connecticut Park closes at 7 p.m. every night. I don't know why you would even open a Taco Bell with those kind of hours. What's the point?
Oh, that's ridiculous, man.
All right.
Like, what happened?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
The late eats.
You may not know who America Chavez is, Christian.
I don't know who this Miss America is.
That's-
wait, you're right. They mentioned her in the movie.
Yes, they
I
mentioned
remember
her.
reading and
Yes.
they had that name.
Yes.
That name you just said, Ferrari.
Basically, yeah. Her name is America Chavez. I don't know who you're talking about.
Chavez. I was thinking of America Ferrari.
Yeah,
The other America.
the other hot one. She obviously was seen in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer. She was the only thing I know about her as a character in the MCU is she becomes Miss America, which is like the teen Captain America. Like becomes a member of their teen group, the Teen Avengers, whatever the hell they were called.
You
But
got to see the boys in the boys trailer just came out.
yes, I shared that to the Facebook, and we do have that
see
available.
that new Jensen Ackles Soldier Boy, is that his name? The Captain America ripoff.
I think that's his name.
Boys.
Yeah, I think he's going to do really good in that show, just based off his acting and stuff like that.
I watched some of the shorts they have on Amazon of the Diabolical, and they get pretty good.
Yeah. So anyway, they have added Miss America to the MCU. She will be a part of Doctor Strange. We're not sure in what capacity, but you are all now caught up on the news of the week, and we are ready to move on to our main topic. Christian, what did you think about my main topic this week?
Oh, it seems like a big one.
Well, I put a lot of information. I definitely don't think we're going to examine all these individually, but it's just so we would have something to compare. Nowadays with Spider-Man and The Matrix and all these movies getting...
Hey,
yeah.
I think Spider-Man comes out next week on digital.
Is that right?
I think it comes out Tuesday.
I'll have to get it for Sammy. I wanted to talk about sequels, and you never really think like when you think about a sequel, you think about the movie. You don't think about the people that were making it and what they had to go through based off what was done before them. And I just thought it'd be interesting to kind of touch on a couple of examples of when it can go really good and when it can go really fucking bad. I have a couple of examples here, Christian. You can see them on your screen of popular sequels that really kind of went above and beyond. Some of them may be my opinion, but Aliens is number one. I think, in my opinion, that's probably the most successful sequel ever made. I mean, there's so many firsts in that movie. It's ridiculous. And I think about what James Cameron was facing making this sequel to Alien, which was this epic Ridley Scott, masterpiece opus, and to go in there and I'm not taking anything away from Alien, mind you. I love Alien.
It's almost switching genres.
Exactly. It's like, and that's so hard to do. And I mean, it went like from a kind of creepy horror sci-fi to like this action blockbuster, and the Queen Alien, the first time we see her, and all this stuff. And
it kept some of the same themes, like the isolation.
It kept the themes that were popular about the Ridley Scott film. The idea of the gestation
stay true to the roots.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I think that's when you find stuff works, when you keep certain base elements of that formula and kind of build around it. Right, exactly. It's like
to stick with the plant metaphors.
I mean, it's so stupid when they come in and they just try to reinvent the wheel, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because, especially with a property like Alien, you don't have to do that. The story is incredible. The character and the concept of the alien is incredible. James Cameron took that and turned the volume up to 11. So, that's just an example to me of someone, because when you get a sequel, you automatically have that pressure on you.
But also, I think there's a big difference between like planned sequels and
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, nowadays,
and stuff.
Absolutely. Nowadays, it's a whole new ball game. See, because sequels are implied.
The next one on your list is
right.
George Lucas's vision.
It is Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Those up. Somebody else had to go, well, where do I go from here?
Well, again, this list is kind of confusing because it started out, I was just going to put examples of good and bad, and then it turned into good and, But, yeah, it's like
there's a huge difference between
Irving Kushner
making them all.
Right, exactly. Irving Kushner, you had a film like Star Wars that came along and revolutionized cinema. He could have gone a totally different direction with Empire, but he didn't. He went a direction that just in his other directing, kind of improves on it and just makes it some. I mean, think of the mythology that Irving, and I know it's George Lucas's story. That I'm not trying to take away from George, but
it's just
to bring that to the screen, right? I mean, it's just like what a monumental task that you succeed in so well. What do you think, Christian?
About what?
About the whole thing. I mean, what do you think? You think Jedi? You think Empire was better than New Hope?
I mean, I don't. It's hard saying. I think they're part of the same thing.
I don't know. Anyway, that's Empire and Jedi.
I like Return of the Jedi the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
A lot of people don't like to listen to him either.
Yeah, I don't
like.
I
don't know how to get back to your screen.
Next one I have on my list is RoboCop. So you know how I love RoboCop and how important RoboCop is to my heart.
That's a good movie.
I love RoboCop. Now, the RoboCop sequel, not so much.
One of them, he's got a jetpack though, so
that's the third one that was catered to kids, and that's why we know what it is.
The jetpack is a jetpack.
Everybody knows about the jetpack because at that point he's a toy and he's a cartoon and he's all this other stuff. I'm talking about the OG RoboCop that stabbed people in the throat with data needles and shot dudes nuts mutants. Off. Yeah, destroyed mutants and shot nuts off. In regular patrol. That's the RoboCop I'm talking about.
I watched the edited for TV version.
That's no good. That's why even watch it.
Still fun.
Did you see any scenes? I mean, Jesus.
I'm just kidding. I've watched both, but I'm just saying.
But again, that goes again toward the idea that a sequel is always harder when the source material is so fucking good. And again, this rolls over into reboots too. Same deal. It's like
never saw the new one. I don't think
it's all right. It wasn't anything like that because the original was made
for the 80s.
Exactly. It's more about the time frame than it is about the story. So all they did was take the story and put it in today's world, which is a good movie, but when you put the fucking name RoboCop on it, you're going to get people like myself who go, why would you do that? Why would you not just make a whole new movie? You could make a whole new fucking movie out of that thing and not change it at all. It's got no reference to the. I think one small reference to the way he looked in the 80s is in that movie, and that's it. There's no other reference to that first movie.
Just call it like Cop Bot.
Whatever. Robo Revenge. I mean, it don't. I mean, there's like 1,000 names, but you see what I'm saying, right?
Robot police officer, artificial intelligence.
That's why you're not in marketing, dude. You're not good.
What was that movie? Is it AI? Is that the movie Will Smith was in?
No, I thought AI was
iRobot. It was
iRobot. AI is the Steven Spielberg movie with the Sixth Sense kid. Remember?
iRobot. Yeah, I know.
iRobot.
Robin Williams in it too, or is that a different one?
That's a different one. I don't remember Robin Williams.
They can write so many about them.
I have Star Trek on here. Obviously, the first Star Trek. Did you ever see the original Star Trek with Shatner?
I'm not familiar with them.
It sucked ass. Star Trek 2 was so much better, and it's now become classically better. And I mean, people want to pretend like the first one never happened. Mad Max 2. You're a Mad Max fan. Did you think that Mad Max was better than Road Warrior?
Well, like you said, it's a lot like Aliens. It's different, a lot different.
Just kicked up the wattage, right? Kind of deal.
It's like he became like a superhero.
Right. Some other examples I have on here are Godfather, Terminator 2. I think those speak for themselves.
Terminator is the classic.
Come on, right? And I mean, James Cameron at that point can't lose. And then I have Spider-Man 2 because I always think it's interesting if you even have the same director with, as you say, planned sequels. They go beyond that, and they like make and so now the third sequel is the one that Sam Raimi suffered from because the second one was so good.
Planned it like that from the first one.
I think so. Yeah, I think they planned on doing 3. Oh, well, probably. I mean, it was probably loose. It was probably like, we're going to do the symbiote in 3. They just didn't know how they were going to do it.
Decided to do it badly.
So when I wrote down RoboCop, I started thinking about what are some unpopular examples of sequels. And I have some listed here, Christian. You want to read them off to me?
Jaws: The Revenge, Highlander 2, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Did you see Jaws: The Revenge? I'll bet you haven't.
I have.
You have seen it?
Seen that one.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Because I asked my parents to rent Jaws for me, and they came home with Jaws: The Revenge.
Oh, what a letdown!
And well, I was watching it, going like, I don't remember this part. It's like, and then finally, I'm looking at the case, like, oh, this isn't just Jaws.
It's like, where's Quint? Where's Richard Dreyfuss?
I remember that shark. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that shark was there. Damn it!
I kept waiting for him to show up.
Oh God, that's hilarious. You go to rent Jaws and you accidentally rent Jaws: The Revenge.
Well, it's like a subtitle. It's not prominent on it.
You know what's funny? I have a similar story about Highlander 2, and it's like, remember back in the day, it was like 5-6 years ago when they had the $5 bin at Walmart, and that was like what everybody went through, right? So I'm going through the $5 bin one day, and I see Highlander, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, sweet. So I go, I get it, I pick it up, and I'm looking at it, and it shows Christopher Lambert with long hair, and I'm like, okay, this is Highlander. So I buy it, and I take it home, and remember they had shrink wrap on those DVDs, remember?
Yeah.
And the price sticker was on the front of the box, right? And so as I take the shrink wrap off, the sticker comes with it, and there's the number 2 staring at me right in the face. So I was so bummed, and I even put number 2 in. I was like, because I hadn't seen it, and I was like, it'll be Duncan MacLeod of the Claim MacLeod, so I'll be all right. Boy, was I not. It was really confusing.
Isn't that one, like, futuristic?
Oh my God, it's so confusing. I mean, I've had to watch it 5 times to loosely understand the plot of that movie, and I'm still not 100% sure. And then Mortal Kombat Annihilation. My God, I mean that just seemed like, I don't know what they were thinking with that one. Honestly,
They were like, well, we still have the IP and can try to make money off the name, but we don't have enough money to spend
fuck
on
the story.
Movie. Screw the effects. We don't even need the right actors.
Man, it was so bad. So here are some of the worst sequels as ranked by Rotten Tomatoes. Number 50 is Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers, which I've seen.
It's not Halloween 3.
That is surprising.
Is the Curse? Is that the one with Busta Rhymes?
No, you're thinking of
How is that
Resurrection.
One? We're looking at number 50, so there could be.
Yeah, we haven't gotten down there yet.
On the list.
We haven't gotten down there yet. Yeah. The Urban Legends sequel, which I didn't even see the first one. I don't think. Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. I'm not going to go through all these. I didn't know they made a Mimic too. There's a horror franchise sequel, though. Jason Takes Manhattan at number 43.
They made more than just number 2 on the Mimic.
Really? There's more Mimic movies than 2? Wow.
Yeah. I was flipping through some.
I was never into Ring, so I didn't see the sequel. So I didn't.
I watched the first one. And that was.
I didn't like The Ring. I was one of those people that didn't like it. Thought it wasn't scary.
Horror sequels are weird sometimes, especially it's like sometimes do they need a sequel? Like The Ring, does that need a sequel?
I don't know. House 2 I liked, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about that. Have you ever heard of the movie Race?
No.
Because there's 3 of them. Revenge of the Nerds is good, but the sequels suck. Same thing with Karate Kid. They made that one with Hilary Swank. Michael Ironside's in it, though. That's kind of funny. I wonder what he does. Is he the bad dojo man? Probably.
I don't know. You still watch that one show, right?
I still watch Cobra Kai, yeah. There's
Netflix, Cobra.
no mention of that Karate Kid film in Cobra Kai, I can tell you there. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know they did that sequel. Did they do 3 of those?
In Cobra Kai, do they ever talk about when
Jesus Christ.
When Danny had to chop the ice?
Yes, they do actually. There is a clip in that.
I'm gonna have to YouTube that.
Anyway,
that's all
God,
I'm worried
Jesus
about.
Jesus Christ, you ass! I Know What You Did.
It. I don't know.
You never seen what?
Cobra Kai.
Oh well, watch it. It's available.
It sounds boring.
It's not. It's hilarious and fun.
It's hilarious. It's funny, or is it a drama? Oh, that's Son of the Mask.
Look there, dude.
Real bad.
Look there.
What is that graphic on the front? Oh, it's his leg.
It's his foot. Yeah.
It looks like a stretched out stormtrooper helmet, dude.
It's that lawnmower man we were talking about last week. Stretching the face. RoboCop 3 is actually on their list at 26. God damn, this is making me wonder what's number 1. Fucking Leprechaun sucked. Highlander 3's on there. I don't know why 2 isn't on there. 3 was actually better than 2.
2, that cult classic.
Oh God, yeah, they love making fun of that. Major League 2 was good. I don't know. I guess because they have such low ratings on Rotten Tomatoes is why they're on this list.
Yeah, it's because Rotten Tomatoes didn't exist when we first watched these movies.
Pretty much. And I like Major League 2. I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made a Paul Blart sequel.
Yeah, I think I watched some of it on Netflix, maybe.
Wow, look here. Big Mama's got back-to-back spots on here. Huh? 19
I thought
and 18.
that was a third one, too, but that's Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah, that's... I'm not a big Medea person. My mother loves Medea.
She looks like she's wearing the same dress as Big Mama.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's why it looks the same to me. And Tyler Perry's boo, too.
I don't even know what fucking Atlas Shrugged is.
There was a funny joke on SNL, dude, where they were talking about this new movie, and they were calling it, like, Inglourious Bastards, but it was Medea's Inglorious or something.
God.
Inglorious.
The Speed sequel wasn't bad. Come on now. It wasn't that bad.
That boat got a little goofy when it was wrecking into the world.
When it was wrecking into the world.
Didn't it wreck into the world at some point?
It wrecked into the pier.
Land. That's the word for it. Land.
Into the world. Oh, dude, that's classic. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh,
I just couldn't think of the word land.
God, into the world, crashed into the world.
There's
Jaws the Revenge coming in at 10. There's Annihilation at number 11.
There's Cuba Gooding Jr. at number 9 with Daddy Day Camp.
What is that a sequel to?
He was filling in for Eddie Murphy from Daddy Daycare.
Oh, Daddy Daycare. Okay, I get it now. God, I feel stupid. I didn't get it at first. Here's another Atlas Shrugged. What the hell is Atlas Shrugged? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Stuff. It's alt-right stuff. It's, like capitalists deserve everything and the workers are,
God.
The only people who deserve it are those that can earn it.
Return of the Living Dead Part 2 is on here. I love that sequel.
You missed The Gallows. Have you seen The Gallows?
I have not. No, I don't even know what The Gallows is. What's The Gallows?
There's some horrible horror movies, dude. And then, like, the second one goes crazy.
I don't know any of those people. It's got a 0 score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think the first one's kind of like a found footage almost, like trapped in a building with a ghost killing them. But then the second one, there's like an actual like killer ghost.
Isn't Gallows like a pirate thing, or is that, or am I just?
It's the hanging thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Down to the gallows. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It's from a school play where they have gallows in the school play, but it's a cursed play, so you got to be careful.
Boy, I'd love to go to a school play and see some hangings. Ring 2, we already talked about. Again, there's Highlander 2. Number 3, boom.
Jeez.
I want you to read this synopsis, Christian, and I want you to see if you can make out what it's about. Let me see here. Where is it? Here we go. I'll read it to you, okay? In this sci-fi fantasy sequel, Connor McLeod has become an elderly man after losing his immortality, living in a bleak future where the world is protected from solar radiation by a massive shield. McLeod regains his youth when he kills 2 assassins from his home planet. This results in an ongoing battle with the villainous and powerful General Katana, but McLeod receives help when the noble Juan Ramirez returns, who is dead and got his head cut off in the first one.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think?
It sounds exciting.
No, it doesn't.
Is he gonna beat General Katana or not? I don't know.
Well, since there's a 3, then I guess he does. But it was hard to get through, man. Damn hard to get through, and I was so mad that I bought it.
His name's always been Juan Ramirez.
Juan Ramirez, yeah, he's from Portugal, I think.
I didn't realize that was his name.
All right, number 1 is Baby Geniuses 2. Really?
I've seen, Paul Rudd had a clip of that, that famous clip he had on Conan.
That's Mac and Me, right?
Yeah, but he considered showing a clip from Baby Geniuses 2 instead.
Is it that bad? Have you seen it?
I've seen the clip that he was talking about.
Is it pretty bad?
It's pretty bad. It's like, you look up Super Babies Kung Fu or something.
All right, I'll do that. So, I mean, I guess when you're talking about sequels, it's all in the story, and I think we said it best when we were talking about Aliens. You take elements of the base and you kind of build around that, and I think that's how you do it.
And sometimes, you have a good idea for a good property, and then other times, sometimes they force properties onto ideas and it doesn't always work out.
Right. Well, and also, I think that you can do that really well. Like, I think Saw has done that really well. It's taken the idea of because that was such a crazy ass concept, that first one from James Wan. And they're still doing them now. They're doing spinoffs of them. I just watched Spiral the other night for the first time.
Yeah.
Which I really thought was really good. I'm not into gore and shit, but if it's a good story, I'll kind of look away from the gore and watch the rest of the movie. Blown away by Chris Rock's performance. Wow. He was really good in it. So I didn't even know Samuel Jackson was in it. I guess I missed that.
It was a good typical kind of Saw movie.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, again, I didn't expect that kind of performance from Chris Rock, so that's why it kind of stood out for me. But horror franchises are the easiest way to do that because they're the simplest films to make, right?
Once they have a formula.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, when you have Freddy Krueger killing kids in their dreams, you could go forever. Obviously you fall into traps when you get iconic actors like Robert Englund to play these roles. But, you take Halloween, for example, that doesn't really matter. There was never an iconic Halloween Michael Myers actor. Now, I love all the actors who have played Michael Myers and the way they played them, but they don't stand out like Robert Englund, who has to do a little bit more acting.
Definitely made the character his own, and he's
right.
He's not hidden behind too much of a mask.
Fuck no. I mean, that's probably exactly how that guy is in real life. Maybe a little bit toned down, not as gravelly on the voice. But
sure, yeah.
But that's why he's become a legend. Kane Hodder, he kind of, he's a tough one. I really can't explain the appeal of Kane Hodder. I love him, and I don't really know why.
He brings a lot to the role, but he's not necessary.
Exactly. Great, Christian. That's a great line. I mean, that's the best way to say it. Again, they were all butthurt when Freddy versus Jason didn't have Kane Hodder. I didn't really give a shit because I was like, at the end of the day, the guy's like, what, 5'4", 5'5", I mean, he's got to be taller than fucking Freddy. So I understood. But not everybody did, and that's okay. And especially Kane. I guess Kane didn't understand. Anyway, but
can't you just edit it and make me look taller? I've seen Lord of the Rings.
yeah. Can't you do hobbits? It would be like a hobbit to a normal person. But anyway, with a sequel, you're always rolling the dice on whether you're going to be on the worst list or the best list, and we just scratched the surface. But I just thought with all the sequels coming out, all the reboots, that might be an interesting topic to touch on. And
did you see the Scream one yet?
No, probably won't.
I watched it. It was better than the Resident Evil one.
I did not see any of the Screams after the second one, I think. How many have they made now? 5?
Yeah, this was the 5th one.
I've only seen 2.
It was more of a reboot than a sequel.
But
it was good. It was good. It was
that way for me. One. It was that way for me with Saw for many years, and then one day I just fucking plowed through all of them. So I mean, you never know when I get a whim and decide. Same thing with Hellraiser. I'd seen the first 2 Hellraisers. I hadn't seen all the crazy ass dumb sequels. I wish I hadn't done that, but. The Saw franchise was a little better, but anyway, that's all I got for today. Christian, you got anything? Looking forward to anything? Anything coming up this week you want to talk about?
just Spider-Man coming out. I still haven't watched that, so I'm looking forward to watching Spider-Man if it comes out on digital this week.
All right, so we'll have an idea of what Christian thinks of Spider-Man No Way Home. We'll also trying to work on some really big guests that we're going to have on the show this season. I've mentioned them to Christian already, but I want to get them locked down before I announce them to you guys, so we don't have people that are let down. Christian, anything else?
I guess the AEW pay-per-view was pretty good.
Oh, you want to talk about that real quick? I didn't watch it. So you want to anything big that happened that stood out for you?
Wardlow turning and CM Punk and
Wardlow turned face.
Bloody match.
Wardlow turned face.
He didn't give MJF the ring, and CM Punk got it and knocked out MJF.
Wow! So they finally turned Wardlow, huh? Wrestling. I did not watch this week. Busy, but we'll have more wrestling news next week.
Did you see where Big E got injured?
Yes. Well, I posted it to our page. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Was there a video of how it happened? I
yeah,
didn't see how it happened.
They had a video of it. It was a belly to belly that he either didn't get enough lift off the jump.
Is it hard to watch?
Oh yeah. I mean, we don't have an angle that showed like a slow motion angle of the neck, but you can see immediately it's a total fucking botch. I mean, dude,
Yikes.
he's lucky to be alive, and if
prayers for those guys.
if he's moving, then he should be thanking God because it was a bad one. Yes, absolute prayers, thoughts, whatever, to Big E and all the wrestlers. I mean, it's a dangerous fucking game, dude. When you're getting thrown around. Me and you know that from personal experience because we used to do that shit to each other and get hurt.
You just one fall the wrong way or something, hit the wrong angle.
It's just, man, it's a sport like anything else. There's risk, but anyway, all our thoughts go with Big E. Hopefully, we get some updates. If we do, we'll share them to the page. For Christian, this is Ryan Zip, and we thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for listening to the GeekZip podcast. Follow us on Facebook at GeekZip with 2 Ps.